You're listening to the joint sermons on the Push Media Podcast Network.
Comparing abortion to the Holocaust.
Absolutely I am. In fact, it's worse. It's worse.
Were these blacks trying to go rob her? Happening all the time in urban America. Prowling blacks go around for fun to go target white people. That's a fact. Black crime is a major issue in our country. Why are you pushing criminal justice reform exactly? Joy Reid and Michelle Obama and Sheila Jackson Lee and Ketanji Brown Jackson, they're coming out and they're saying, I'm only here because of affirmative action. Yeah, we know. You do not have the brain processing power to otherwise be taken really seriously. You had to go steal a white person's slot to go be taken somewhat seriously. Now, the southern border is, of course, the great replacement. They're trying to replace us demographically. They're trying to make the country less white. It is an anti-white agenda. If I see a black pilot, I'm going to be like, boy, I hope he's qualified. Taylor Swift is now engaged to Travis Kelce. This is something that I hope will make Taylor Swift more conservative. Reject feminism. Submit to your husband, Taylor. You're not in charge.
America was at its peak when we halted immigration for 40 years and we dropped our foreign-born percentage to its lowest level ever.
Miss Rachel, you quote Leviticus 19, love your neighbor as yourself. The chapter before affirms God's perfect law when it comes to sexual matters. In Leviticus 18 is that thou shalt lay with another man shall be stoned to death. Can we get that picture up, Ryan, of that Marvel's Avenger team? Now, I don't know who the person is on the left. Is the person on the left that came and did the interview with Joe? The TikTok? Your government is being run by freaks. It's like immediately I have like a flashback to a country where weren't able to do Bud Light commercials. What does being trans even mean? Is that even a real thing? It means you need therapy. We must ban trans-affirming care the entire country. I do think that there is a direct correlation between someone's testosterone and their politics. On young men, the lower their testosterone, the more likely they are to be Democratic.
So if you had a daughter and she was 10 and she got raped and she was going to give birth and she would, and she was going to give birth and she was going to live. Would you want her to go through that and carry her baby?
That's awfully graphic.
But it's a real life scenario that happens to many people.
The answer is yes, the baby would be delivered. When blacks in America did not have the same rights they had today, they were less murderous, there was less break-ins. Why is that?
So I'm sorry, are you trying to say that blacks thrive under subjugation?
No, I'm not. I'm saying I'm asking you the question. The data shows they were actually better in the 1940s. It was bad, it was evil. But what happened? Something changed.
So what do you make of that? What excuses are you letting these people make for that?
Absolutely none.
Well, here's the thing.
None.
I'm going to get this off my chest because he has every right to have said all those things. Free speech. Free speech doesn't come without consequences, right?
Yep.
So whatever. I have a lot of people pushing back on me. They're like, well, you're saying we shouldn't celebrate death. And I'm like, well, we shouldn't. We shouldn't just be killing people for free speech. Here, free speech, we've all heard this a million times, literally means people's ability to say things we don't like. You don't have to listen to it. You don't have to like it. And you can use your free speech back. Go for it. But to act like this guy was some kind of innocence, because free speech does have consequences.
Yeah,
right?
100%, without doubt.
We're allowed to say the N-word if we want. And then they're allowed to kick my skull in. Like, do you see what I'm saying? Like,
no,
that's a
100%.
consequence. I don't understand this whole, go ahead with your bad self. Say what you want. And sometimes you might get checked. But this kid was young enough, and I call him a kid, Charlie Kirk. He was young enough and social media guy enough that he probably didn't understand. Like, what did Ice-T say? Got people so comfortable with talking shit that they don't, know the consequence of getting their mouth popped?
Yeah. Well, I mean, look, like no opinion. This guy said vile, racist shit, and he was a terrible person. And you can hate me all you want me saying that, but like the proof is in the pudding. There, his digital footprint is just hatred on division, and hate is a boomerang, and it came back. And now we have to act like he deserves all this like accolades for saying racist shit. Like, the thing is, the people that love this guy don't think he said anything wrong because they believe it. They think it's the truth.
They probably agree with it. It's just fact.
Oh, no, they do agree with it.
Hey, giving them the benefit of the doubt. Maybe they're just idiots. Because remember, some of these people that follow him are MAGA. And then therefore fellatio, you understand, that's, call back, they're dumb. Like these
No
people
question.
these people are like, if evangelist, evangelist and a Mormon had a kid,
Yeah.
MAGA, they're
Yeah.
dumb.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, they
Dumb.
love this. You know what I mean? This is exactly what they wanted. They wanted somebody to be like, yeah, I mean, the fact that he was pushing the white replacement theory, which is like, it's not even a dog whistle, it's a bullhorn. So like the fact that they
That was so lame. That is so gay.
It is what it is, but it's the truth. I'm not wrong on that. And the fact that like we're like gay. Dropping the flag to half mast for a guy
First
that said this kind of racist shit is insane to me.
What happened to the flag code?
Yeah. Like, I mean,
these flag bearers always forget the flag code when they're, not lighting it up at night in their porch, or they're wearing it shredded on their t-shirt and all this. They always forget that, don't they?
Yeah.
Also, a podcaster getting shot in the neck doesn't get you the flag being lowered.
Yeah, or a moment of silence at every sports game and event. And
those are private companies, whatever. It's lame. I would have kept it out of there. I would have kept the politics out of it because, I mean, my customers are here to watch a sports game and buy some food.
Yeah.
Just move on. Yeah, everyone has opinions.
Like the veil of racism has been ripped back, and people are just like, yep, that's our boy. That's our boy.
Here's the thing. Speaking of the veil of racism being ripped back, here's some of the responses to his death.
Man, fight back! White 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 man, fight back!
So, who are the white men in this instance fighting back from? The white guy that shot him?
I mean. It was a white guy that shot him.
It would have hit differently if it was a black guy that shot him, right?
Yeah.
Well, but it wasn't.
You saw the governor of Utah that was like, oh, we were hoping it was somebody from somewhere else.
Is that guy wearing someone else's skin?
I don't know, but he is super creepy.
No. Let's pause for a second. Is he wearing someone else's skin? Because I have never seen a human being that I have never met where I'm like, what's going on here? Like, he creeped me out.
Yeah. Well,
and I don't mean that funny. I mean, I was like, this guy's creepy. Like he also talks on both sides of his mouth, but go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, I love it how like a black person didn't have anything to do with it. And you got the junior Nazis out here protesting at HBUs and like, for what? Like literally, how did black people catch strays for some shit a white guy did to another white guy?
How does anyone other than the shooter catch strays?
Yeah.
And how are they getting opinions to form this when nothing has been released?
Yeah,
and all they said is the man isn't cooperating. The shooter is not cooperating. Yeah, so, then what are you basing anything on? Because he had a trans partner. And
who cares? So
the trans partner didn't shoot him.
Yeah. They were pushing that from the jump, like Nancy Mace.
And the trans
Donald
partner
Trump.
turned him in. And the trans partner turned him in, which, quote unquote, is the right thing to do, right?
I mean,
that's what he's supposed to do, right? That's the legal thing to do. Turn him in for murder.
Well,
so he did everything right. But
it's just so crazy how the narrative flipped overnight. Like, oh, it was a trans shooter. Oh, it was a white guy. Oh, we got to pray for him. So,
first of all,
okay.
You know why? It's because the quote world's greatest, law enforcement investigative agency in the planet in ever existence is led by a guy whose eyes are popping out.
Yeah,
he's dumb too. And I'm not being funny, but you can't just make me the FBI director, nor can you make him the FBI director. That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, no, it absolutely makes no sense. And then like, oh, we have the shooter. They didn't have the shooter.
And then they turned him in.
Like what?
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him after he turned himself in. Like but that's true though. No one.
Yeah, you didn't do anything. You took a phone call. And in fact,
they ended up saying they were not close at all. And if it wasn't for the family and the boyfriend turning them in, would never happened.
Yeah, I mean, it's insane.
If I was that boyfriend, I'd be livid. Like, oh, excuse me, I snitched on my boyfriend, and you're saying I'm the bad guy.
But see, that's the cognitive dissonance that we're living through right now. It's absolutely horrifying that people can get up here and be like, "Well, you have to mourn this guy." No, I don't. No, not even a little bit.
Certainly do not. But look, it goes even further.
It's time to overthrow the government. What we doing? It's time to overthrow back. Go get a gun, Brad. Go get a gun. Fight back. Our streets. Our streets. Our streets. Our land.
This is the Patriot Front.
Yeah.
White man. Fight back. White man. Fight back. White man. Fight back. Fight back.
Again, white man fight back against the white man who shot our hero.
I didn't even need to see that was Huntington Beach to know that was Huntington Beach.
But again, white men fight back
Against other
the
white
white
guys.
man who shot our hero.
And they're looking for any excuse to be just like, oh, there had to be something wrong with him, or he was a race traitor, or he was gay, or whatever. It's like, dude, Nick Fuentes is gay as fuck, and he's the biggest Nazi on this platform.
Yeah, I don't. And his last name's Fuentes.
Right?
This guy's. I never understood that man.
I mean, self-hating, I guess.
It's weird. It's like when you see that picture of that one black guy at that Klan rally that time, remember? And people are like, what?
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing? But there's so much weird stuff. I don't even know where to start. The fact that we have, his body got escorted on Air Force Two. Like, excuse me? He's a private citizen. What? We're elevating him now.
Yeah.
To be a religious martyr in the true biblical sense of what a martyr is.
Yeah.
And he is not.
Yeah. He was just a dude that ran his mouth too much. Like,
a martyr is someone who is killed because of their faith.
Yeah.
Is that why? No, you're an atheist, but is that why he was killed?
We don't know.
Again, we don't know, but probably not. Is probably because he's saying racist shit. You're saying all these things about gays and everything and minorities, and maybe the dude dating a gay guy didn't like what you said. Right?
I mean, I can tell everything comes out.
That's more plausible than what they're making up.
Yeah,
maybe you offended the guy.
Or he could have just been he could have been gay and just hated Charlie Kirk. It didn't have to be anything about his politics.
Maybe that guy's a patriot.
Yeah. Well,
I don't know.
That's a word that's been slung around so much in the past years that
means nothing anymore.
How do you defend it? You know what I mean?
And a red flag is wearing a little flag pin on your lapel. I literally do not trust that.
Well,
why don't you put an armband on? That's weird. It's weird.
Well, I mean, we're
weird.
We're to the point now where it's just like you have people saying like you either mourn this guy or you hate America. Well, I'm sorry, what? At what point in time are we going to sit here and be like, this is the country that you wanted and now you have it and now all this bad shit is happening and you're going to blame everybody else? Look who is in power. Look who controls everything. If you have a problem with it, just look at the leadership. You know what I mean?
I got some clips later on with the leadership. And what the president says and the attorney general says, we'll play later, is this should cause you to stop dead in your tracks and go, whoa, what? This is not something that we should be. Let's go back to Charlie Kirk's greatest hits, though, because there's so many.
We're going to remove my appendix and you're a black lesbian. See a black pilot, you wonder, you say, I hope they are qualified. If I see a black pilot, I'm going to be like, boy, I hope he's qualified.
I think these are worth
dealing with somebody in
twice.
customer service who's a moronic black woman. I wonder, is she there because of her excellence, or is she there because of affirmative action? Thomas Sowell and Justice Clarence Thomas are far better black role models to celebrate than Martin Luther King. Period. End of story. This guy is.
I just have to play it again, because how do you take those words and say this guy was a saint? How do you say he's a religious martyr?
I want anybody to defend that, and I know they're going to be, well, it was taken out of context. No, the context was he was a racist Nazi piece of shit, and here's the proof. And you're like, yeah, but you just don't understand. No, I completely understand. You're just being willfully obtuse.
And I'll play devil's advocate to the white devil. No offense. Things can be taken out of context. So if you had one instance and you said, look at this one thing, and you're like, I don't know, I never heard that from him before. That's probably taken out of context. Let's hear it in full. But you can't say, hey, look at these 92 different things that are all taken out of context.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
that's just not math.
Like, just right? Go look at his show. Like, I mean,
no, thank you. First of all, his forehead's huge. Well, and I thought, because I don't pay attention to these guys, when I seen that clip of South Park, I thought they were, exaggerating it because that's what South Park does. They just actually drew him.
Yeah. Well, and
His
that's the thing.
gums and everything? Like,
I
feed him
dare
an apple.
anyone defend those statements. You know,
You can't.
it's not exactly. You can't, and you're not going to make me feel bad for somebody like that or you about that. Like, you cannot objectively be a bad person all your life, and then if something bad happens to you, you expect me to feel bad, because I don't, and I never will.
No, well, yeah, no. I see. Here's the thing. That's where people don't understand. See, I'm pro-life. I've stated what that means to me. I don't think we should be taking lives. I don't think we should just be shooting him because we disagree with him. There's other methods and means, but at the same time, I don't care that he's dead. I don't feel bad. It is a consequence of your speech and actions. I teach my kids that.
Well, I mean,
don't say things like that. You're going to get beat up.
Well, I mean, let me be abundantly clear. I'm not out here like celebrating or being like, oh, you know, this is great. I'm just saying I don't care.
There's people, making cupcakes for this guy's death to celebrate it. Then there's people who's like, the Lord took an angel to heaven. Like, shut up.
Yeah. I mean,
also, what are these tribute songs on a perfectly, like, Ice Cube wrote them? Why are they corny?
Now Cube's catching strays.
A member for his heavenly army.
Oh, dude, did you see all the weird AI shit that they did about him, like, jumping up from the chair?
Did you see someone said that Charlie Kirk got to heaven and Jesus asked for his autograph?
This is why these people are so deeply unserious. They don't even believe in religion. They don't.
Well,
they don't. Because if they did,
their religion isn't actually a faith.
Well, I mean,
notice I didn't say a church. It isn't a faith. There was only one church ever in existence, and it only has ever been one church, the Holy Roman Catholic Church.
To me, it's blasphemous to do any of that.
It is blasphemous. It is blasphemous.
I don't understand why these people that, bang on about being Christians and everything else are upset about this. I had no problem cheering on Alligator Alcatraz and deporting people, and Donald Trump calling for war on our own civilians by sending in troops to Democrat-controlled cities. Didn't have a problem with that.
Well, my thing too is, they call him a martyr. When 2 weeks ago, two elementary school age children were shot at a Catholic school at Mass while attending Mass. That's actually the definition of martyr.
He also wasn't assassinated. He got shot.
Yeah,
if you got shot, it wouldn't be like, oh, they assassinated Juan. No, you got shot. Like,
I'm an important public figure.
Okay, my point being, he was not assassinated. He was killed.
No, that's because that's not what assassinated means. But they're going to twist it and say because he spoke on politics that meant. No, that doesn't mean that. It's not. It's like they're elevating the guy. So strange.
Yeah.
Remember Kyle Rittenhouse?
Yeah.
So when I was looking for this dork, Charlie Kirk, I can understand he made a lot of money, right? Like, I don't understand why he just didn't buy a robe. It was weird. He never had one. But Patriot Front, by the way, wears a white masks or white hoods. Did you know that? They wear white hoods.
Unfortunately.
Like, let's say they're like, that's not what we mean. Okay, cool. So not one brain power amongst you all that's like, hey guys, optics, this doesn't look so swell. Like, it's very strange. But listen to how at Turning Point, which was Charlie Kirk's grift, how they announced Kyle Rittenhouse.
Ladies and gentlemen, please, let's get loud for Kyle Rittenhouse.
What?
I can't. Like, what are we doing?
Again, this is Charlie. I played this clip because that's Charlie Kirk's audience. Yeah. They ate that up.
Oh, they loved it. And
there's the same people that are saying he's a martyr and did nothing wrong.
Yeah. Oh, and they're lapping it up. They're just like, oh, well, you just don't understand. You're snowflakes. Okay, so now your boy got popped, and all of a sudden we have to bend the knee. Like, and I'm not. It's just, it's so stupid to me, and it is so disingenuous, and the way that they are treating this just is ridiculous. I mean, it's just stupid. There's nothing else you can say about it. It's just fucking stupid.
No, not as stupid as this.
So their legacy grows, and Charlie's will too, beyond his wildest dreams. And where Charlie is right now, he is fine. I picture God asking him for his autograph.
See what I'm saying?
Like, what the fuck are you even talking about? What a dork.
I don't.
Like, literally, I'm bringing that back.
I'm giggling like a little girl here.
Like, they're fucking dorks, dude. That's just what they are.
Am I supposed to be offended now? Because at this point, I'm just like, you know what? Cool. You guys win. I'm going to go live on Mars. You guys are dumb.
I mean, beyond
Speaking of dumb, how come the Kennedy curse skipped over Bobby Jr.? I mean, I guess it didn't. He had a worm eat his brain. He dry humped a dead moose or something. Eminem said it's something like that. I don't know. The guy's weird, but whatever. Then they had a memorial too. Do you see he met Charlie Kirk in 2002 or whatever? And everybody's like, he was 7. We were best friends in 2002.
Well, I mean, he did a lot of heroin, so he probably forgot.
Well, excuse me, sir. He was vaccinated, and we all know why he is like this. And then he also said he has vaccine injury. That's why his throat's like that. And some vaccine expert on Twitter is like, oh, so you're the very first case of that ever.
Weird.
Exactly that. Well, what a coincidence that it was you. But here's my thing. We are spending government resources on this. Flying his body around. And then someone proposed laying in state at the Capitol.
Absolutely not.
That's not what the... No, I didn't see. Did he have a flag over his casket?
No, I don't know. I didn't see.
Hey, speaking of caskets and weird people, his wife, who is low tier mid, maybe like a 3 at best. And I had to say that because free speech. But she's crying over his performative, crying over his casket. Oh, Charlie, Jesus, guide me on my prayers right now. Jesus, guide me. Like why is it? First of all, why is that being filmed? I would never film you, crying over your wife's casket, even if you're a public figure. Look, guys, I filmed this just so you know how much he loved her. I would never. What are you doing?
Yeah, I mean, his body wasn't even in the ground, and you were already posting content. Did you see the video?
That's what it was. Like, it's content.
She was like, "You've awakened the beast."
No,
it's like, what are you talking about?
No. Let me correct you. I don't want you to be playing games here, you far left lunatic. She said, "You have no idea that you awakened the beast and his wife." Like, ungrate your teeth, weirdo.
Also,
Charlie wouldn't let you be in charge of Turning Point because you're a female. Now sit down.
Yeah, didn't he say that he would hope that Taylor Swift would be subjugated by Travis Kelce to submit to her husband?
He said that in the clip we played. Yeah. Again,
Jesus.
You were not in charge here. Here's the thing. Being the Swifties that we are, I almost guarantee you in every relationship in her life, whether it's romantic, business, professional, friendly, she's almost in charge of everything. That's her personality, right?
Yeah.
She's in charge. She's very powerful. She's very wealthy. The difference would be is she's not a racist scumbag weirdo.
Yeah. It's again, just a fucking dork. Like, bro, are you that afraid of a woman that you're like,
your wife is
gotta hold him down?
Why do you have to get mad at him for having a wife who's not mid? And they like each other and they're clearly in love.
It's
what do you care?
Evangelicals just love to tone police and police
they like
bedrooms
to think of other people's sex lives too.
All the time, dude. Like the repression thing is really hitting them hard, bro. It's like, God.
Getting ambiguously gay duo.
Word to Gary and Ace.
Dude, first of all, who's Gary and who's Ace out of the two of us?
I don't know.
But that Batmobile?
Let's go.
I'm just saying. But they talk about people's sex lives constantly. They think about it constantly. They're always having policies about it constantly. Weirdo. Go fellatio yourself and get it out.
Get a hobby.
Exercise the demons. Get it out of you. Expel it. The evilness out of your urethra. People are nuts. You want to hear those nuts? JD Vance guest hosted his podcast.
Does this guy have a real job?
Well, he humps couch.
That's true.
Remember that furniture store guy during the campaign? It's like, this man's not allowed in the store for couch safety.
Yes. Yeah.
First of all, that is the most excellent troll. And you know what? Here's the best thing. Oh, that was fake. You wrote the book, homie.
Yeah.
What? In the story. I'm not going to say any other words. You wrote the book. And that's fair too, because, Obama wrote his book and in the jacket it says Kenyan born. Well, you brought that up yourself. Shouldn't have said that. Whether it was a mistake or not, shouldn't have said it. At least Obama corrected it way too long later. He should have, I always thought Obama should have pulled out that birth certificate as soon as Hillary Clinton said he wasn't born here, because she's the one who started that, by the way. And said, here I am.
I know.
I was born here. Racist. He should have just said that. You're a racist. I was born here. But you know, Obama gets along with Trump too, because all you had to do is watch the two of them at funerals laughing and giggling together.
Oh, I mean, was it last week?
First of all, you don't laugh and giggle at funerals.
No, it's poor form. But like, I mean, last week, Hillary Clinton, you know, the Democratic God was praising Donald Trump for his foreign policy. Oh, the foreign policy where they just blow up Venezuelan boats and then claim that they're drug boats. That tracks.
I said it before. You could say bad things about nice people and nice things about bad people. And it's all valid. Hitler was nice to dogs. And?
Yeah.
No, I mean, that's true. He was a dog lover, was very kind to dogs and treated them well. And if you isolate just that, the SPCA would go, that's a nice person. But, and? It's the same thing. You know, Donald Trump cooks an excellent pizza. Cool. You know, Taylor Swift is cranky if she doesn't have her coffee in the morning. Okay. Like, none of this matters. Broken clock type of thing.
No.
Dumb people can be profound. It's why children are profound sometimes. You're like, whoa. It's an accident. By the way, I hate when parents like, oh my God, so I said this, and then my kid asked me this. He's 4. 1, it didn't happen. 2, they're kids. That happens on accident sometimes. Because sometimes just going, wow, is profound. But before we get cut off and before free speech is gone, because let's go to this talk about free speech for a second. So here's Pam Bondi, and I'll let her, I don't speak for this woman. I am not a mansplainer, so I'm going to let this woman explain herself.
There's free speech, and then there's hate speech. And
they're the same thing.
No place, especially now, especially after what happened to Charlie in our society.
They are the same thing.
Do you see more law enforcement going after these groups who are using hate speech and putting cuffs on people so we show them that some action is better than no action?
We will absolutely target you, go after you if you are targeting anyone with hate speech, anything. And that's across the aisle. There's free.
And you know what? Charlie Kirk famously tweeted, there's no such thing as hate speech. It might be ugly speech. It might be speech you disagree with, but there's no such thing.
And he was right.
So guess what? You know?
See that? Broken clocks.
Yep. So there you go.
But that's literally, again, it doesn't mean there's not consequences. And I don't mean consequences by the state.
Right.
Like if I want to say the N-word, the state has no right to stop me under almost every circumstance. But the black guy walking by has every right to stick his elbow up my throat.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, even if you did, you'd probably just get a cabinet position.
Yeah, at this point. But you see what I'm saying? That there's still is consequence. That goes for anybody and anything you say.
Yeah.
But
absolutely.
You know,
say what it's not going to save you from a fist to the face, period.
But again, now here's the President Donald J. Trump. You notice how they always, thanks to the leadership of President Donald J. Trump. The way they say it, you're like, oh my goodness. Ugh. But here's the president talking.
And a woman, in many cases, women, you can see they're professional agitators. I had one the other night. I had 4 the other night, all in one group, total phonies. I started to scream when I got into a restaurant, oh, you know, something with Palestine. And I said, well, I'm doing a great job for peace in the Middle East. I should get awards for that, right? With the Abraham Accords and everything else. But a woman just stood up and started screaming. And she got booed out of the place, too. The people, there were a lot of people in the restaurant. I went there to show how safe, and it was safe. I mean, the woman is just a mouthpiece. All she was a paid agitator. And you have a lot of them. And I've asked Pam to look into that in terms of RICO, bringing RICO cases against it, criminal RICO.
So RICO charges for protesting the president's appearance at a restaurant?
God, he's such a thin-skinned pussy. Like, grow up, bro. Like, I love it how he is so, like, demagogue in D.C. that when somebody says anything negative about him, they're going to, oh, well, they're paid actors. No, dude, people just don't like you. You know what I mean? Like,
well, no, they don't like him.
Yeah,
but also, you know what, though? No matter how good of a person you are, once you're president, half the people don't like you anyways. You're going to get booed. I don't understand.
Yeah, well, and also there's video of that, and they absolutely did not get booed. Those people stood around in like shock and disbelief that, like, I think it was like Code Pink or something like that. They were protesting. They didn't do nothing. Oh, he got upset, couldn't shake it off, and then 6 security on him. That was it.
End of story. And that's how it should go. Okay, you had your speech. Now move out. We're having our dinner. Okay, like the movie what is it? The President or whatever with Michael Douglas.
Oh,
it was a great movie. It was from the guy who made The West Wing. It was a precursor to The West Wing, but the one person he ended up dating, protested him basically in a speech to her coworkers, and he overheard it. And she's apologizing to him. He goes, "Do you think I'm offended? It's not a day that doesn't go by that I don't get burned in effigy. It's part of the job. Like, whatever." Can you imagine if you had a president like, and I think actually most presidents have been that way because no one's actually threw a hissy fit before. But I mean, they called Obama a monkey, and he's like, "Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, but like, what do you want me to say? Cool. Okay, I'm a monkey.
Yeah.
What? They called George W. Bush the village idiot. Like, okay, no one cared. Like, but the point is, they don't react to it. They're fine.
Yeah.
Again,
Well, I mean,
no matter how good of a person you are, once you're president, as soon as you're sworn in, the next day everybody's like, "This guy's not doing anything for us. He's an idiot loser, stupid." It's like Napoleon Dynamite going, "You're dumb, God." Like, okay, I'm dumb then.
yeah. It's so funny how reactionary he is about like the littlest thing that he feels slighted. I mean, he's suing the New York Times for $15 billion because they published a story about his crypto scam.
I did not know that, but that's amazing. 15 billion. Again, not real numbers.
No.
Okay. Here's the thing. Can we get free healthcare because we don't need to pay for it? We don't need to pay for it because they say, how do we pay for it? Well, it doesn't matter anymore. We have what, 44 trillion in debt? Who's paying that? Nobody. So let's just move on. That's like if you have a $100,000 credit card as a person and you have $98,000 on it and you're like, whatever, I'm just going to go ahead and buy the new Nike Jordans. Doesn't matter at this point. Can't pay it back anyway. Anyway, give us some health care. But here's Trump being thin-skinned.
And what do you make of Pam Bondi saying she's going to go after hate speech? Is that, I mean, a lot of your allies say hate speech is free speech.
She'll probably go after people like you because you treat me so unfairly. It's hate. You have a lot of hate in your heart. Maybe they'll come after ABC. Well, ABC paid me $16 million recently for a form of hate speech, right? Your company paid me $16 million for a form of hate speech. So maybe they'll have to go after you.
And what do you make?
First of all, that wasn't hate speech. Let me play you an example of what hate speech sounds like. This is courtesy of Brian Kilmeade on Fox News.
They have given billions of dollars to mental health and the homeless population.
This is his co-host speaking.
Don't want to take the programs. A lot of them don't want
talking
to get
about
the help
homeless
that is
people.
Necessary. You can't give them a choice. Either you take the resources that we're going to give you, or you decide that you're going to be locked up in jail. That's the way it has to be now.
Or involuntary lethal injection or something.
So murder.
Yes.
Murder homeless people. And this guy kept his job. And this coming from the administration that's saying, oh, we need to tamp down on the rhetoric. Your boy just said we should kill the homeless.
All those evangelicals that watch, first of all, evangelicals do not care about homeless people or poor people, even though most of them are poor. They do not care about being pro-life because they are not pro-life. No. Either are for life or you're not. You can't pick and choose which parts of life. They only care, that whole thing. It's true. They only care if it's in the womb, not afterward. That's valid. Again, but it's not my responsibility if you have kids. It's not my responsibility to raise your kids and pay for everything. However, as your neighbor, I should maybe give you a hand if I can, if you need it. That's charitable and that's Christian, and that's how you become a Christian nation.
Charity.
Not by saying you're a Christian nation.
Charity.
You act like you're a Christian nation. Pope Francis had said that there was a new evangelism, and it was keeping your mouth quiet and your heart open.
Oh, they missed that.
Well, just like they missed Pope Leo, saying that he's for workers' rights and, the right to organize and all that. That's why he took the name Pope Leo, because the Pope Leo before him was famously for all that. And people were calling him a socialist and a communism. That's not even what communism is.
I'm sure MAGA reacted that completely sane.
You're upset by saying the Pope saying people should have fair, livable wages. He didn't say make them rich. He said fair, livable wages. They're upset because he said workers should have the right and a voice to protest or fight back or strike or quit. Cool. I don't want to be subjected to any job that I can't walk out from.
Yeah.
No, thank you. That's indentured servitude. I don't want that. Here, speaking of this, I know a guy from India who's here on a visa working, and his job may lay him off because they have to lay off a certain amount of people now because they can't have that many visas. So great guy. I mean, literally a great guy. Super friendly. Family's very nice. And what sucks is he would have to leave to go get a new job. Uproot his whole family who's here. He's been here for like 4 or 5 years. Even if he was offered a new job at a new company, he'd have to leave and go back for at least 30 days in order to apply. Like uprooting his kid from school and all that stuff.
Unbelievable. I mean, it is completely believable. I mean, look what that idiot did in Georgia to the Hyundai plant or whatever.
I would like to talk about that, but we're out of time and out of free speech.